You're listening to the Cyberwire Network, powered by N2K.
Hey everybody, I want to take a few minutes here and talk about our sponsor, Splunk. You know, you need to keep operations humming around the clock, but potential disruptions are everywhere. Splunk helps you predict problems and find and fix issues fast, so you can reduce risk and ditch downtime. The world's largest enterprises rely on Splunk's unified security and observability platform to become more efficient, resilient, and innovative. With Splunk, you can react quickly, evolve faster, and be ready for anything. Stay ahead of disruptions. Learn more at splunk.com/resilience.
The word is JCDC. Spelled J for joint, C for cyber, D for defense, and C for collaborative. Definition: a cyber information sharing U.S. government organization designed to foster the public-private partnership. Example sentence: Congress mandated CISA stand up the JCDC to create an interagency hub where companies can work with the government to both plan for potential cyber threats and work together to respond to large-scale attacks. Origin and context. Created by the U.S. government's Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, CISA, in 2021, the Joint Cyber Defense Collaborative, JCDC, is a public-private volunteer cybersecurity initiative whose members include government, industry, and academia. Its mission is to unify cyber defenders worldwide, drive down risk, and strengthen the nation's cyber posture. Jen Easterly, the CISA director at the time, created the organization and outlined 4 strategies: information sharing about best practices, cyber defense plans coordination, joint cyber exercises, and new cybersecurity technology development. Early JCDC success stories center around how the U.S. government coordinated the national response to the Log4j crisis at the end of 2021 and the potential cyber activity resulting from Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine early in 2022. That said, there has been some criticism. Journalists point to the existence of many other cyber information sharing organizations that the government either runs itself or is a primary partner. And that doesn't even include the roster of other ISACs, Information Sharing and Analysis Centers, ISAOs, Information Sharing and Analysis Organizations, and FIRST, Forums of Incident Response and Security Teams that run independently. Couldn't CISA just plug into one of those? Did the U.S. government really need another one? And since there is no clear charter or criteria for membership, the purpose of the JCDC is ambiguous compared to other information sharing organizations. With that in mind, in 2023, CISA published the JCDC Planning Agenda that includes projects for reducing systemic risk, collective cyber response, and the defense of high-risk communities. Nerd reference. In 2021, the current CISA director, Jen Easterly, addressed members of the National Technology Security Coalition, NTSC, and talked about the JCDC initiative.
As some of you might know, we recently launched what we call the Joint Cyber Defense Collaborative, or JCDC. This was established as part of the NDAA as a Joint Cyber Planning Office. I didn't want to call it the JICPO because it didn't sound very good, and JCDC is actually more appropriate and sounds cooler. It's uniquely the only federal cyber entity that, by statute, brings together the talents, the authorities, the capabilities of the federal cyber ecosystem. So CISA, but NSA and FBI and Cybercom and the Department of Defense and the Office of the Director of National Intelligence, together with the incredible power of industry, to create a common operating picture of the threat environment to enable us to plan and exercise against the most serious threats to our nation, and then to implement coordinated whole-of-action cyber defense plans. So the idea is to create a proactive capability for the government and the private sector to work together closely before an incident occurs. We all know that we see that.
Word Notes is written by Rick Howard, executive produced by Peter Kilpie, and edited by John Petrick. The mix, sound design, and original music have all been crafted by the ridiculously talented Elliot Peltzman. We're privileged that N2K and podcasts like Word Notes are part of the daily intelligence routine of many of the most influential leaders and operators in the public and private sectors, as well as the critical security teams supporting the Fortune 500 and many of the world's preeminent intelligence and law enforcement agencies. N2K Strategic Workforce Intelligence optimizes the value of your biggest investment, people. We make you smarter about your team while making your team smarter. Learn more at n2k.com, and thanks for listening.